How's it going today, Zach?
Great, are you?
Good, man. Beautiful Sunday morning. It's supposed to rain. It's not raining, though.
No, it is not.
So what did you want to talk about? You want to talk about...
The convenience of life. How our everyday lives are so convenient. I mean, you can get an Uber, you got self-driving Teslas, you want to get a date or whatever, you just go on Tinder, you can have all your meals delivered to you, Safeway, Walmart, whatever, they'll deliver to you. Amazon delivers everything to you, you don't have to go out to shop, you barely have to talk to people anymore. A lot of people work from home. I mean, it's endless how convenient our lives can be, but I feel like because of how convenient we make our lives, we make our goals convenient as well. And that's just human nature. We relate our goals to our life. So if we have a convenient life, we make our goals convenient. And I implore everyone not to do that. Because if you don't take yourself out of a comfortable situation, put yourself in an uncomfortable situation, you're not going to succeed with your goals. You're not going to get better. Your goals are going to stay very similar, very the same. And you're just not going to succeed at what you want to succeed at.
Yeah, I see that a lot as well. A lot of people will start working on something, and if the answer isn't super convenient or the reward isn't super instant, they just stop and give up. And realistically, there's a lot of people that kind of hinge on that whole concept of success is repeated tasks over time consistently, no matter what if the goal is small or if it's large.
Sure.
One of the things that I always look at is each individual day I have to do something that makes me proud. If I don't do something that makes me proud, I have nothing to look back on that day to push me forward the following day, and slowly will fizzle out if I let it. So it just a simple thing like, okay, I got to get this report out, or I have to get these taxes filed, or I have to, whatever the case is, just little stuff that you really don't want to do, but you just do it anyway, but it still keeps pushing the train forward more and more and more. And on what you're talking about, where everybody's lives are so convenient, it almost puts the majority of the population in this pocket of, if it's not convenient, I'm not gonna fucking do it. And that's reality. It's unfortunate. You have people out there saying, okay, it's not right that 95% of the population is middle to lower class, and then you have this 5% of the population that's massively wealthy and successful. Mm-hmm. Well, the people that are massively wealthy and successful are the people that actually come up with a concept, push it into action, get a result, then get encouraged by the result, and then loop that whole back around again and again and again and again.
Sure.
Where the people that live the convenient lives think of an idea, never even move to action, never even get the result, and never even get the belief that they can do it again and create momentum. They instead create momentum the opposite direction.
What's even worse is we're doing that with our kids as well. I mean,
you're right.
Whatever your feeling is on participation trophies, I mean, every kid shows up, everyone gets a trophy. And I mean, you don't have to put in much effort to get a reward as a kid. And it didn't used to be that way.
Honestly, I don't even think what the fuck's a trophy anyways? Yeah. You know what I mean? Like,
but to a kid, it's something special to them. You know?
Well, my son got a whole bunch of karate trophies and then dissected them and made them into some kind of contraption. I don't know what he did, but
Tatum, when we were doing soccer with her, she got 2 medals that were for like the best player of the week or whatever, and she loved those medals. But when it came to the end and they were handing out the trophies to everyone, she didn't want one because she's like, everyone gets one of those.
Yeah.
Like, it's not special anymore. She likes special things.
Oh, absolutely.
She had to earn. Yeah. And I think that's awesome. But not every kid's like that.
I think there's a large underestimation of the actual level of diligent people that are in this world right now, that want to succeed, that want to push thresholds, that want to go further and have greater accomplishments, and kind of bring up a weird topic. It's almost pseudo political. I thought we weren't going to talk about politics.
No.
But with everybody gets a trophy thing, people don't try as hard. And the other thing about it is, people don't realize, people have these belief windows where they see everything in life through whatever lens was created as they were growing up. You call it programming, belief window, whatever. And they don't necessarily think that they can succeed in life or get to a certain level in life like other people can, because nobody around them has. Mm-hmm. And then when the whole thing where I forget the guy's name that wrote the book called Make Your Bed. He said to start every single day with an achieved accomplishment. And I would argue that just getting up, making your bed, brushing your teeth, or taking a shower, brushing your hair, putting your clean clothes on, making yourself breakfast, making yourself lunch, getting your coffee, getting your kids out the door, whatever all that is, that's just a series of accomplished goals. And all of them take diligence to do. They all take programming to do. They all take a specific view through your belief window that this has to occur today in order for me to get everything taken care of today. And I argue that people limit themselves with that perspective. When you're 18 years old, or let's even take it further back, when you're 14 years old and you're in high school, and you're just thinking about moving out of your house or whatever. It just seems so inconceivable, to go out on your own, not have your parents support you, that's just like the scariest freaky thing at that point in your life. But you turn 18, you have a job, you wind up saving up for the deposit for the apartment, you get your first apartment, your forks and spoons and knives go in the drawer, in the little organized slots, your food goes in and milk goes in the refrigerator. Your plates and bowls go up in the counter cabinets. Your remote sits on the middle of the coffee table. You do your laundry on the weekends, or maybe you never do your laundry. I don't know what you do. But I would argue all that is a total system that you've created and you've expanded on, and you slowly get to the point where, okay, now I'm going to get a house with a garage and a house with a pool, and I'm going to get that quad, and I'm going to get that razor, and I'm going to get that motorcycle, and I have that nice entertainment center, and all of that, the time that you put into that RZR or the motorcycle or whatever hobbies you have are just a layer and layers of systems that make you fucking absolutely no money, but they're no more complex than if you were to step out as an entrepreneur and become a millionaire.
Sure.
Just people don't think that it's that simple.
It's a daunting task.
It seems daunting. It's just not everybody's doing it around you. And that's when you start going into, I'll talk about it in another podcast, but it's just what you believe you can achieve. Okay, yeah, I believe I can sit here and put some new shocks on my razor. Great. That's cool, man. Are you a multimillionaire? Have you thought about being a multimillionaire? Are you a millionaire? Is doing the shocks on your razor going to make you a millionaire?
So correct me if I'm wrong, but you're basically saying they already have a systematic nature in their life. If they were to apply that to their goals, the things that they want to achieve, and make them systematic, they'd be much more likely to succeed.
Absolutely.
That's a cool perspective.
And don't take away from this that I'm saying people that have razors and motorcycles and all that stuff, that's awesome. It's the coolest thing. You know what I mean? It's great to have all those toys. I'm just saying ultimately is if you're already working that methodical and that systematically, apply that to something that creates generational wealth for yourself down the road. And just stay consistent with it. Just as consistent with building something that will give you a return on your investment, rather than building something up that you're going to sell for at a loss later on. Mm-hmm. Not that it's a bad thing, maybe just throw another layer in there, throw another hobby in there that just happens to start creating generational wealth for you.
Sure.
Then you start talking to people, make uncomfortable phone calls, start going in a direction that you're not really wanting to do necessarily, but you know you want to. I can't even tell you how many times I've sat there and just looked at lists of companies that I needed to call because I don't even know how the conversation is going to go. I don't know what's going to come out of that conversation. I just have a goal to make connections, as many connections as I possibly can. Because the more wealthy people that you get around you, the more likely you're going to be wealthy as well.
And going on to that calling people and everything, I think you'd be pleasantly surprised of how many people are actually willing to help you or how good those conversations go. When you're looking at them and you're thinking, oh, this is going to be terrible. They're going to be like, oh, just hang up on you or whatever. But, I mean, you'd be surprised at how many people are out there willing to help you and willing to give you advice. Yeah.
Well, the thing about it is you look at it from a perspective that I know Tony Robbins always says that is it Tony Robbins that says, he says a life lived unfulfilled is failure. So a lot of the people that I've talked to, a lot of the people that I've ran into that have significant amount of wealth, you wouldn't even be able to tell that they have any kind of wealth like that. But if they have time and you are direct to the point and don't waste their time, they like to help you.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's almost like you're like another branch of what they're trying to achieve for themselves.
There's like a bad perception of wealthy people in this world, and sorry, I kind of connect things to fighting and whatnot, but because we've both done jiu-jitsu, we've both been in the gyms, I believe we can use this as an example of a lot of these fighters that go in the cage, beat people up for a living. I mean, they get a really bad rep, but these are the nicest people you'll ever meet. And actually, these people are like the least likely to get in a fight outside of that gym. Yeah, I know you've been in that scenario. And these people are just amazing. Andreas and all those guys, I mean.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting that most people that are successful fighters that I know have never been in a fight on the street.
Yeah.
I went the other direction. So I was in a lot of fights growing up. I can't even tell you how many fights I've been in growing up. And that was all when I didn't know how to fight.
Yeah.
Then I go into a gym and I just get destroyed by 135-pound little guys like consistently. Oh, dude, that was a big bruising of my ego for sure. I thought I was fucking. I never even actually squared up with somebody. I just freaking hit them hard as fuck and just be way meaner than them. And people didn't want to fight. But you get into a gym and that's what everybody's there to do. And it's interesting how connected you are with all those people as well at the same time. It's a fun thing. I'm good with it though. Now I want to keep my shoulders.
Yeah.
Maybe I just need to break down and go to a sports fucking doctor. Stem cells.
Stem cells are the way to go, dude.